All right. Well, it feels good to have football back as training camps open for most of the teams in the league today. I'm very excited because it's been a long time since I really put my mind into the N.F.L. I've been riding my Stampeders in the C.F.L. and loving every minute of it, and I'm glad that they're getting their due. They were the worst team in the league last year, and this year they have a very good opportunity to get it done. And if you follow my Stampeders in Calgary, they have a chance to get it done. So we'll take a look at that as that season goes on. But right now, it's about the NFL. And when I look around, I can speak freely now that training camp is open. When I look at the what's going on right now in the league, uh, this is first time in a long time that we're looking at something that's going to be interesting, and that is that uh, I'm going to do a lot of things up here today. So sit back and relax. Beginning with the teams who I think are the true contenders in the league. I'll start with the AFC. I'm not counting Buffalo because they choke every year, so enough of Josh Allen and that sorry group. But I will say this: the Patriots will be much watching this year. I can't wait to see the Pats. I'll see them week 2 down in Miami when they play the Dolphins for the Dolphins home opener. That team fascinates me. You got the 3 teams in the NFC, AFC North, excuse me, who I feel can not only get to the bowl but can win the bowl. Burrow's been there. The other two, Rodgers, of course, has been there. And Lamar, we're still waiting on him. Can he break through? So you got Rodgers, Burrow, and Lamar in that division. That should be fun to follow. South, who cares? I mean, Texans will win that, and then they'll find a way to lose. What else is new? Okay. What else is new about Houston? Then uh, the West, you got the best coaches in the West. I'll give you guys that. There's no question about that. You know, I think the West will be very interesting. I do. I think it's going to be very interesting. You know, I don't think it's going to be Kansas City running away with it the way they've done the last couple of years. I think Denver is going to be special. I do. I'd rather do that division right now. I'll go KC, Denver, Chargers, and then the Raiders, who I think will be very improved. I think the Raiders will be very, very improved in the AFC West. Uh, in the NFC, you got Philly, LA, and Tampa. I can't wait to do Rams and Eagles week 3 in Philly. That'll be our big game of the week in week 3. We'll do that one uh, down in Philly. I think those two are the two best teams clearly in the NFC. I don't see no team in the North competing with those two teams. The only team I do see competing with them is Tampa. And Tampa doesn't get enough love that they do deserve. But Tampa, I think it's right there with Philly and LA. This is a little notch below. Niners, who knows? Seattle, they have to prove it by their defense, which is their meal ticket, got to be consistent. I like the way that Coach Montgomery has taken that team and has cut the offense out. And what does that mean? This is the way Pete Carroll had it 15 years ago. This is a defensive team, and in his mind, the defense don't make mistakes. It's the offense's fault. That's why they got rid of all the personalities on offense. Brought in boring Sam Donald, and I'm pretty sure Montgomery's going to put the muzzle on him. And I brought a bunch of receivers like Cooper Kupp and Scantling that no one cares about. There's no one there that excites you. And that's the way Montgomery wants it, and he's going to get it that way. Which means if you're going to hear a voice from that Seahawks locker room, it's going to be from somebody from the defense. It's not going to be nobody from the offense. And that's the way you should build your team. If you're a defensive mind, build your team where it's about your defense. It's about your image. It's not about uh, what's not you as a head coach. I think I like, and I think he's going to do a great job out there. I like Atlanta. I think Atlanta now got their quarterback in flux, which is good. They got the young talent up there, which is good. And we're going to see where that goes. And then you got teams. The reason why I don't like the NFC North is because they're playing against better competition this year. You saw the Vikings last year. Detroit was what, 15-2. Minnesota 14-3. That is not happening this year. Baltimore, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Dallas, Philly, Washington. Now Green Bay is lucky. They get Lamar, the Bengals, the Eagles, and the Redskins all going to Lambeau. They catch a break, while the the Lions got to go to those places. So it's not going to be easy for those teams in the North this year. But if I had to pick one dark horse, if they could all come together, Green Bay would be my dark horse in the NFC. I think the Bears would be very fun to watch. I think I can see the Bears winning 10 games. Minnesota, it's just not going to come as easy for J.J. McCarthy like he thinks, especially playing against those teams this year. Love, this is year 3 for him. Goff always plays good competition. And Caleb had a whole year last year, and this year he has a better coach. So Chicago, to me, will be very improved. In Dallas, ESPN added again the love affair with the Cowboys today. I just don't see it. I think the media, and this is why, I don't listen to the media. I have a mind, I have my own opinions. I think ESPN is doing Jaden Daniels and Washington and justice by just bypassing them and the Eagles for Dallas. You're out of your fucking minds. Right? That's what ESPN is there for. I remember, about a decade ago, they were sleeping on the Seahawks. They were dogging them. And then when, what's it, Baldwin? Which one went up and wanted to kick Chris Carter's ass? I think it was Doug Baldwin. When you don't know what you're talking about, just stay quiet. Let the fools who worship those ESPN coons listen to them. Okay? I am a man and a human being. I've seen enough football in my life that I don't need the the fanfare on people, saying dumb shit. And those TV people do say dumb shit. And every damn thing is about Dallas, Dallas. Don't you get sick of that? I mean, and then this is the funny part. When Dallas loses in the big games, which they always do, they try to make excuses. They try to not give the other teams credit. I mean, that's why I said before, you wear the Cowboy, the star on the helmet. You wear the golden helmet of Notre Dame. You wear the Laker jersey. And in hockey, I guess when you wear the, guess I want to say the Leafs. Yeah, I'll use the Leafs because the Leafs are very hated. Um, Teams will play and get up for you because of all the media hype that you get, and other players don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And the N.F.C, no team gets. And here's the funny thing about Dallas. This is their 30th anniversary since their last Super Bowl. Is this year. And yet the ESPNs, the N.F.L networks, they talk about this team like they won 200 Super Bowls. You get what I'm saying? And to put Dak Prescott as a top 10 quarterback, yeah, your goddamn minds, bro. Okay? You got a dumbass owner who rather keep the team relevant and talk about how great his team is, than his team falls flat on their face. And then my mother don't buy the fact that ESPN is in the tank. And I told her today, ESPN is in the tank. Been in the tank for years. I don't even pay attention to it. I'm just flipping the dial, and here they are with Molly and the Bulls, the Cowboy bullshit. Okay, you'll see Dallas Week 4 against Green Bay, as they call Jared's World Lambeau South. That will be the thumbnail. Wait till you guys see it. It'll be coming out next couple of weeks, and you guys will see that. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you, Tampa Bay intrigues me, man. I'm telling you, I really love Baker, and Baker's done a hell of a job there. You talk about a quarterback that has saved his goddamn life in the NFL than Baker Mayfield. And how does Cleveland look now? Getting the quarterback that they got. And now they're stuck with Shador Sanders, and I forgot the lefty from Oregon. That's and a bunch of bum ass veterans. And as good as that division is, if I'm a head coach, I will tell my players. If I'm Tomlin, I'm Taylor, and if I'm John Harbaugh, you tell your players we better get 2 wins against Cleveland this year. Speaking of Shador Sanders, his jersey is #1 in jersey sales, and he may not even make the team. Wouldn't that be funny that he gets cut and all these Negroes bought his jersey to support? And I like the kid. I said he was the best quarterback in the draft. I think what has happened here is that they're taking out their dislike for his father through him, and Dion knows that. And that's a horrible thing to do. But sometimes when you act like you're above it all, these franchises don't look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. And sometimes things work out for the best, sometimes they don't. And I don't know how it's going to end for Shador Sanders a month and a half from now, but if this kid gets cut, and there's a good chance he'll get cut, I don't know. That's his name, Dylan Gabriel. Cleveland, I don't know, man. I look at the Browns and I wonder. I really wonder about it. And I say, thank God, uh, I don't support that team. Oh man, I'm just chilling up here right now. We'll get more into the NFL because it's gonna be interesting. I look at the AFC East. Let me go there because I look at them as a joke of a division. I think New England is on the rise for sure, and D.May, I think, is has a chance to prove, give Robert Kraft another great quarterback. We will find out. That's why they play the games. I think the Jets show you a way. I think that Aaron Glenn, a Jet legend, will put his stamps on the way he wants that defense to play. They're going to play power football with the Jets. That's the right way to play. They'll do a lot of the option with uh, Fields, which, okay, that's what you want to do with them. And they just gave Garrett Wilson a big contract. So maybe the Jets do feel that they can make a move up. Buffalo's a joke. I told you that. They'll find a way to lose. That's the way the Bills roll. And then the Dolphins are the Dolphins. Don't expect nothing from them this year. They got the dumbest, most ignorant fan base in the NFL for sure. Loyal outside of Miami area. I mean, outside the Miami area, those guys, those fans are great. In the Miami area, no, it's a bunch of ineptitude. We're gonna do a show in a couple of weeks. What makes up the difference between the Panther fans and the Dolphin fans? And we don't know down there, the Panther fans cannot stand Dolphin fans, and I know the reason. I mean, you're talking about a football team that hasn't been to a Super Bowl in 41 years, hasn't won one in 52 years, haven't been to an AFC championship in 33 years. And yet the media down there talk about them like they won combined the three championships of the Heat, the two championships of the Marlins, the, the two championships of the Panthers, and the five Miami Hurricane championships. That's the way their fan base treats them. Give me 1 second. They act like that as Buffalo Dan is in the chat. What's up, Dan? Good to see you. And no, I don't take your team seriously because you had 7 years to get to one Super Bowl. 7. And to me, the problem in Buffalo is McDermott. I've been saying that for the longest. McDermott to me is the problem in Buffalo. And if they don't get to the Super Bowl this year, if Brandon Bean don't send him packing, you're never gonna win with that coach. He's the head coach that's scared to lose. And that's a fact. And if it didn't tell you folks that they made Leslie Frazier the scapegoat 4 years ago, if it didn't tell you what McDermott was all about blowing a lead with 13 seconds to go in the game, nothing else will tell you. And that's why I don't take Buffalo seriously. Back to Miami. Like I said, their fan base act like they won uh, 10, like they won 12 Super Bowls. And Buffalo then, me too. Well, about McDermott, yeah, if they don't get rid of that guy, if he doesn't, he has to win the Super Bowl. I've been saying this for a while. And of course, the national media, they want to talk about the goddamn Cowboys all the time, which we know is a 30-year running joke. To me, of all these teams who have the marquee quarterback, Buffalo, if they get to the game, they have to win it. They cannot go 0-5 in Super Bowls. They cannot. They cannot. They can't. If they get there this year, which I don't mind, because I don't hate the Bills. If they get to the Super Bowl, they have to win the Super Bowl. Cowboys are the same way. Packers are the same way. Steelers are the same way. If those teams get to the game, they have to win. Green Bay, Dallas, Buffalo, Steelers. Those four teams get to the bowl. One of those four, they have to win the game. They can't just be happy-go-lucky. Dan says he's a good D coach. I would agree with that. I would agree. I think McDermott, for what he does it well. That's coach defense. He can scheme up a defense now as good as any. I'll give him that. But when it comes to big decisions and the big spot on offense, when he goes for it, they don't get it. And when he doesn't go for it, the other team goes down, kicks a field goal, wins the game. Facts, Dan. Absolutely. I'm glad as a Buffalo Bill fan you agree with me. Absolutely. I mean, I'll tell you right now, with Vrabel in that division now and New England on the rise, we're going to see something week 2 with the nutty professor down in Miami, um, Mike McDaniel against Mike Vrabel. That's the game, folks. Early in the year, if you want to talk about a statement game, that's going to be the biggest game for Mike McDaniel this year. It'll be home opener week 2 against the Patriots. Now, Vrabel has never won a Super Bowl as a head coach. As a player, he's won 3. But here's the thing about Vrabel that you like, and that's why the Patriots brought him back. Yeah. The one thing about Vrabel, what you like about him, and I think Aaron Glenn is going to be the same way. They can put a team together. And what do I mean by that? When you look at Buffalo, who's the man? It's Brandon Bean. When you look at Miami, who's the guy? It's the goddamn owner, Stephen Ross, who wants no name, unknown, first time coaches so they can manipulate the coach. Now that has been figured out. And now they're going to give it once, if this guy flops, they're going to give it to Anthony Weaver. They just can't go out and get a big name coach. It's not because they can't get it, it's because the owner doesn't want it. Because if you get a big coach, big name, but once he's bigger than the owner, which any big name coach would be. I mean, let's be real. The owner in Miami is a joke. And I'm going to say it right now about that group. I don't really see anything coming out of it this year. I don't. I think the quarterback will play well, but it's not going to be good enough to make the playoffs. Then Weaver will come in. They'll go over the bullshit again, and the beat goes down. The beat goes on in Miami Gardens. What else is new? But back to Vrabel. He knows how to do organization, and that's the one thing you like. He's bigger than the GM in New England. He is with Robert Kraft. Afternoon to Miss Molina. So you look at that division. Buffalo will win, and Jets, New England, Miami could finish second to last. I really don't care about that division. New England, I'll be watching the progress of the Pats. But the Jets are your way. And then you got the Dolphins, and you know Buffalo win the division, but they ain't going. Just like if Miami wins that division. And we'll see that game week 3 on a Thursday night up in Orchard Park. The Bills will wear the red helmets that night. So they're going to go back to the Jim Kelly uniforms for that game. It should be fun. I know Miami's home game, I forgot who they play. They're going to wear their black jerseys, which should be interesting. I'm not going to buy one, but they're going to be wearing that. And then you got the West with the best coaches in football in one division. And if I rank the coaches, I will go Andy Reid, definitely number one. Pete Carroll, 2. Sean Payton, 3. And then Jim Harbaugh. And 2, Harbaugh proves he can beat Pete Carroll in the big games. That's why he's last. That's why he's last. That's why Pete Carroll is number 2. Peyton is 3, and the reason why Peyton is 3, in my opinion, is that Carroll, with his team, Seattle, had a decade run. And Russell Wilson basically rebuilt that team with the big trade. But other than that, um, you know, I think Denver is on the cusp. They and the Steelers are the 2 teams in the AFC that both Super Bowl defenses from the Chiefs. Those 3 teams. They have Super Bowl defense. Broncos ranked, I think they put them first or second. The Ravens get too much hype for me. Let's see them finally do it. But I do put them in the mix. But let's see them do it. Buffalo, I don't, because it's just enough of these. Close to calling them like the Lions. And can people get off the Lions bandwagon, please? They're not doing anything this year. They had their opportunity and they blew. And I told you all when Hutchinson got hurt, it was going to catch up to him. Well, it's now caught up to him. It's lingering them right now. The South is a joke. This Houston will win. They'll probably win 12 games. Let's see what year three of Stroud got all the love and the hype a couple of years ago. CJ, this sweet baby Jesus bullshit. And see what happens to him. But they have a tough schedule this year. I'll give you that. So that'll make them tough getting them ready for the playoffs. And then we talk about the Bengals. Hendrickson not going to sign. He is sitting out everything. Do I see the warden, the prison warden out in Cincinnati? Do I see him paying him? I don't know. Because Mike Brown could play hardball with the best of them. So I really can't answer that. You know, Super Bowl offense for sure. Defense is less to be desired. Their number one draft pick went back to A&M. How crazy is that? It's crazy, right? You would think that he gave T. Higgins and Jamar their money and Burrow their money 2 years ago, but they'll be a team ready to go. And they are, but when your best pass rusher and your best defensive player is saying, the hell with this, I'll let you fools kill yourselves. I'm just going to rest back at home. That's why the Bengals are the Bears. And you get so excited for them, and then bullshit happens as always. What else is and in the West, like I said, I think Denver is going to be a tough out. I got KC barely holding on. Denver, Chargers, Raiders, and Patriots, two most improved teams in the league. I don't want to hear about Cam Ward and the Titans. Okay? I don't want to hear about that. Let's go to the NFC. I'm going to do the North, and then I'll talk about the true contenders in the NFC. Again, Detroit is Detroit. Sorry ass Lions. Chicago, I think, will be very improved and very fun to watch this year. With the offensive coordinator of the Lions there now. Minnesota, maybe J.J. McCarthy can fool all of us. A lot of people's high on the Vikings. I'm not. I think the Vikings is one of these teams that they're good one year, they're off the next. I think they'll be off this year, and that leaves the Green Bay Packers. And Jordan Love finally tied the knot 3 weeks ago. Congratulations to him and Ronika, his beautiful wife. Uh, they tied the knot finally. I think Love, if you watch the top 100, Brock Purdy couldn't have said it better. He's electrifying. He does everything you want your quarterback to be like. And I've been saying this about this young man for the last 7 years. I've followed him since his junior year at Utah State. And I don't know about Love. I'm being honest. I don't know. I think this is a crossroads year for him. I think that it's time for him to put a consistent season together. Do I think he will? I don't know. I know Tyler. I can tell you right now, Bryce Young will in Carolina. I'm following his progress. Same with K.Murray. And two, I think will have a very good year this year in Miami. I think the problem with Miami is they're Miami. That's why I'm laughing. They're in Miami. That's the problem with them. Can't take that franchise seriously for a damn thing. And the worst fans in the league, especially in South Florida. They think they know every goddamn thing. The Dolphin community, they don't know shit. Okay? And you could bet your bottom dollar that there'll be no excuses for them this year. Okay? None. Go win a playoff game. We don't want to hear from you dumbasses in that community. Just win a playoff game for once in your lives. especially them because none of them seen him when I play. And I'm glad that I'm doing my thing right here, right now, than being with those fucking oxymorons. Okay. All right. So I gave you a synopsis of the AFC, who the contenders are: Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Baltimore, the Raiders, and the Broncos. To me, are the real contenders. I don't take Buffalo, the Chargers seriously. San Francisco, I hear nothing but nothing from them. And the way they look, in my opinion, who the hell knows with them? I don't know. They paid Brock. Now Brock got to own up to it. Everybody talk about easy schedule. Hey, I don't know who's going to get hurt from this team. And how they're going to play. How is Christian McCaffrey going to be? Because he always breaks down. So for the year they went to the Super Bowl, he had a monster year. You know what I'm saying? And like I said about the Seahawks, it's time for them to put up a show. I'll tell you a team in that division I like, other than the Rams. I think Arizona is close to having both sides of the ball be excellent. I think their defense flies around. It's a young defense, and I like it. I think the running back is hurt too much. Again, it comes back to injuries. And I hate always injured players. I always said that. Okay? All right? But I do like K.Murray. If you follow me, you know I like Kyler. So I think he's going to have finally the year that he should have had. I think he'll finally come through. And there's a couple of quarterbacks I feel will turn the corner. K.Murray, Bryce Young, Tua Tagovailoa, I think will have a very good year this year for Tua. I could see Tua throwing 33 touchdowns and 6 or 7 picks for 4,000 yards. Yeah, I can see that from Tua this year. I think Tua is going to have a very good year down in Miami. I think D.May will play well. Rodgers. Matter of fact, all three of them in that division. Stroud will bounce back. There you go, you Houston fans. You think your boy is the greatest thing, and he's I. Like Tua is I. Oh man. Um, Gino will do well for the Raiders. He has his tight end. He's very high on the fantasy board. I will snatch him. Get your tight end out of the way. I think that kid is gonna have a big year. So I think Gentry will run well for Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll always knows how to find these running backs, and he runs them to the ground. Uh, Bo Nix with Sean Payton year two, got a third place schedule, will help. That's the kid I would look at in fantasy as my quarterback for fantasy football. Big Bo. And Mahomes, hey, look, no one's really giving him the love no more. People still have the memory of the Super Bowl. I don't know with Patrick. I don't think they give him enough around him. And Pacheco's going to get hurt again. I think if I was the Chiefs, and maybe next year's draft they'll do this, draft the best running back on the board for Patrick. And Jim is Jim. Jim got the team that does less with more. Those are the Chargers. They always disappoint. Them in Miami. Always said that them and the Dolphins who played the greatest playoff games in the history of the sport. 81, January 2nd, 1982, the greatest playoff game ever. down 24-0 in the hook and lateral. Yeah, let me speak on that. You know, a couple years ago, I'm gonna say it was like good 6, 7 years ago, that stupid Miami Miracle happened, and it made a certain content creator his claim to fame, and he went on to do very well for himself. Congrats to him. He knows it. Good for him. But that play was voted the greatest play in Dolphins history. And I said, really? Then you finished 6-10. That's what I mean. How moronic, how stupid the fan base is. And you know the sad thing about them is I love the media guys. I get along with them well. The difference is I'm not a guy that really puts himself out there. I'm a guy that do what I do up here, give you guys what you deserve to hear, and then I'm out. You know, I don't talk to anybody when I'm off this. I go about my day, go about my life. You know, there's something I want to see, a big game I want to see. I get all the sports packages. I just watch the game and check out what happened in other games of the night so I can give you my thoughts. Now, again, I kill the NBA all the time because they have a bunch of there's idiots who follow the NBA. They're the most ignorant fans in sports because they're bandwagon casuals. And when I look at the football fan, the big thing about football is fantasy football because you get women involved. And a lot of these women can play fantasy football now. I mean, you idiots look for the looks. Those women don't got no need no looks. You know why? I bet you 90% of all women that follow sports, the man that they're shacking up with in the middle of the night don't give a F about sports. It was like the woman I used to see. She didn't give a damn about sports. So opposites are better to attract for you. That's just my opinion. Uh, Football is popular because of gambling, number one, fantasy, number two. And the season is short. It's not like the NBA or the NHL that lasts forever. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes the NFL very, very popular. It's once a week. It's short. It's quick. The weeks go by, and then everybody converges on Super Bowl weekend. You have your parties. You get invited to parties, and so on. I don't, but I'm just saying. So, and I'm not big into hockey or European soccer or baseball because those three sports have the most intelligent fans. But back to this. When I look at the NFC, there's no question to me that Philly and the Rams are ahead of everybody else. The question for both teams is can they stay healthy? And if they stay healthy, then we may have a very phenomenal January in the NFC with those two teams. The question is, where will the game be played? Well, I'll tell you one thing: we're going to be doing the game up here, week three in Philly, and that's going to be a huge game for home field in the NFC. And like I said, for all you people on the Lions bandwagon, let's see the Lions. Uh, let's see the Lions win in Cincinnati and in Baltimore and in Washington, and then come back to it. Okay, come back to it. Those are real teams. And they got the Cowboys. No, let me see. Make sure I got this right. Yeah, they go to Dallas. So yeah. So I think Philly and the Rams are above them. Washington, Tampa, Atlanta, then it's those three, and then it's Dallas, and then it's the winner of the North. I put them at 7. And if Dallas, excuse me, if Seattle or San Francisco bounce back, then the winner of the North is going to go down even lower. Okay, but that's how I'm seeing things right now in the N.F.C. I think it's the Rams and Eagles by themselves, and then you got Tampa, Washington, Atlanta, Dallas. I put them all in the second tier, and then in the bottom tier you got the winner of the North, San Francisco, Seattle, Arizona. I'll put Arizona. And again, as quarterbacks go, I'm going to be following Bryce Young and K.Murray. AFC is not really, other than D.May, there's not a and Bo Nix, there's no quarterback worth following. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said before, when you look at the AFC, Josh Allen is Josh Allen. Like I said, I think Tua will have a very good year this year down in Miami. Um, but I don't think it's going to be good enough. Now, remember, those morons down there, if Tua does what I say, what I feel he's going to do, they don't care if they go 4-13. I'm dead serious. As long as Tua put up those type of numbers I'm saying, like 33 touchdowns, 7 picks for over 4K, Dolphin fans going to be dancing. Because I would say if 90% of all Dolphin fans only care about how the quarterback plays. They don't care about winning. So if Tua puts up those type of numbers, they go, let's say, 6-11. They're happy. They're happy. They're happy. The season was a success, even though they went 6-0. You can't make this shit up. Oh my God. You can't make it up. But that's how Dolphin fans are. San Francisco's like that too. Let Brock Purdy put up a 37 and 12, throwing for 4,700 yards, but they go 6-11. San Francisco fan will be happy. They're gonna go, oh well, Brock had a hell of a year, and we believe in Brock. Now we have to build around Brock. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, the Redskins, on the other hand, their mindset, their fans is a lot different because Magic put that in there. And wherever Magic Johnson goes and he touches it, it turns to gold. And the Redskins, I think, will be as good as last year. I don't think they're going to slip because the quarterback is well rounded. And young Jaden Daniels, he's a damn good quarterback. But let's see what he does in year 2. That's the beautiful thing about football. It's an everyday sport. You live it, you breathe it, you die for it. That's the way football is supposed to be. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to say that right now. Let me find out some N.F.L news and notes today. Matter of fact, let me just stick to who I'm going to talk about most of the year. I'll be looking at New England this year, the 3 teams in the North, no team in the South. I think the Raiders will be the most improved, Raiders and Patriots. And I'm going to be watching Bo Nix. Okay. Rodgers, to me, in Pittsburgh is the perfect fit. Tough team, tough town, and the Steelers are overdue to get back to the bowl and win the bowl. That's why I said earlier Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Dallas, Green Bay. If any of those four teams make it back to the Super Bowl, they have to win. They have to win. Week 8 will be the highest rated television show ever in the history of television. Green Bay goes to Pittsburgh. Love versus Rodgers. This is what the world wants to see. NBC is building their year for that game. And if Green Bay plays up to what they should be playing, that game will be hell fine to watch. I tell you that. You don't think Rodgers is waiting, licking his chops? He plays Detroit, the Jets, Chicago, Minnesota, and the Packers. This is a dream year for Aaron Rodgers. And I think Aaron's going to do very well this year, too. He did 28 and 11 last year. No one realized that. Oh, what a show he put on against Miami. That last game of the year. Wow. There's a reason why I look at Aaron Rodgers as the grandmaster at quarterback. When he's playing the way he plays, nobody does it better. Nobody. And I think he will get that freedom in Pittsburgh. That defense is hella fine. I have not heard a peep from Minka Fitzpatrick. Now, why is that important to me? Because of me as a Dolphin fan. That's why I'm a Dolphins fan. He was exiled 6 years ago. I haven't heard a peep from him. Now, let me find out that he's saying anything today. Let me go around the N.F.L for news. See what's going on today. Oh, I put in N.F.L. Click this out. Put in. There we go. Let's see what went on today in the league. We'll do the Miami Hurricanes Friday. I got something to say about them and about their season as they host Notre Dame in a primetime ABC showdown in South Florida, which the whole world's going to see. I'll talk about that Friday night when I'm on. My Stampeders are on Thursday. Philip Rivers officially is done and he retired as a Charger today. Excellent video on IG. I would advise you NFL fans to watch that. Saints unveiled their gold uniforms today. Anthony Richardson's to practice. Jimmy Graham retired as a Saint today. The Honey Badger retires today too. Damn, everybody's retiring. Wow. You see these Saints new gold uniforms. Not bad. Not bad at all. Steelers will be wearing their throwbacks, those ugly gold uniforms, which they're very proud of. I think they're going to wear them against the Packers, man. That is going to be a hell of a game that day. Week 8, that Sunday night game in Pittsburgh. It will be very fascinating. That game, like I said, will do the highest ever on television. It would be even more special. The game is in Lambeau, but it's in Pittsburgh, and you'll see 65,000 terrible towels. So Rivers, Graham, and Matthew all retired today, as with their original teams. I told you earlier that Hendrickson is not reporting to the Bengals. There's some free agents available. I believe Von Miller went to the Redskins, right? That's going to help them a lot. Let's check out who's the free agents by left. You got Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper. No, they don't do it for me. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Let's see who's left. You got Keenan Allen. They ain't going to put up 9. I wish they put up a goddamn list. Cooper, who cares? Rasul Douglas. I'm surprised he's still out there, bro. You would have thought a team like the Dolphins would have took a stab at him. Mike Hilton. They got Bengals and Dolphins for Rasul Douglas. Cooper, I don't care about, so I'm not going to think about him. Dalton Reisner stuff. Didn't the Dolphins sign this guy? Asante Samuel Jr. is out there. Brandon Sheriff, he's a little old. Justin Simmons is still out there. I'm surprised Atlanta let him go. There must have been some locker room presence. Darius Smith is still out there. Surprised. I guess age is consumed him. But that's the news as far as football so far today. So, what did that bring us to today? That I think the media again always picks contenders who they want to see and not who's realistic. For them to say, and this is ESPN now, that the Steelers are not legit Super Bowl contenders, that's all you need to know about ESPN. And my mother believes every word they say. See, I'm the type of guy, I don't have no convos with my mom. It's worthless. You know, because she wants to believe what she wants to believe, and she believes the media. And I am not a media guy unless I know you're legit. If you're legit, then you know, you know what I'm saying. I don't follow the crowd. I've watched enough sports in my life. I could just look at a team in training camp and tell you if that team's gonna be good. Like I could tell you right now, they can go 7-10, they can go 9-8. I'm telling you right now, the Patriots are gonna be good. And I cannot wait to see them week 2 in Miami. I'm looking forward to that. Another team which I want to see is I want to see Seattle. We'll see them week 1 up here. Part of our doubleheaders: Tampa, Atlanta early, San Francisco at Seattle late. I'm not doing Lamar versus Buffalo. I'm not doing that game. And then week 2, Miami again hosting New England. Plus that Thursday night, Jaden Daniels versus Jordan Love. That should be something. We'll do that up here. That's on Amazon. What's up, Sean? Want to pull up for a few minutes before you go to work, and I'll go eat my dinner. If Anthony Richardson versus Daniel Jones is worth watching, then your network sucks real ass. Okay? Gotta be kidding. Big Money Sean saying what's up to his big bro. No, me and I just had a little back and forth today and earlier today, and he said the guys who I should look out for is I said this a couple of weeks ago. I said this, and he's talked about Sean and 305 and himself. And I said, yeah, I did say that a couple of weeks ago. But you three are my extended family, my younger and baby bro. And I love you. I love you guys. You're the young brothers I never have, the youngest in my family. So, but we're gonna see something next couple of weeks, folks. It's training camp. Um, I hope you guys enjoy this football season. Your favorite teams. I don't see my team doing anything, so I'm not. I don't really care. I just want to see good football. I'll be giving you picks every week. You damn right, Sean. 100. You damn right, baby bro. I'll be hitting that FanDuel and that 365 hard this football season. You can bet on that. There he is. And of course, Sean will be back, and he's my insider, the best on the planet. God damn it. That's right. He's my God bless his soul. My Chris Mortensen, my Fred Edelstein. God bless him too. The professor. He's my guy, and I ride and die with my boys. And we got you know family along the way. People like Relentless and CK and Melina and Bogov. So yeah, we're gonna do that show in a couple of weeks. Dolphin fans and Florida Panther fans. What makes them so different? And like I said, um, we're gonna see something week two. I cannot wait. That is a great Thursday night Sunday for me because I get to see Daniels versus Love that Thursday night on Amazon Prime, and then that Sunday will be the Dolphins home opener, and we'll see them against the Patriots. I'm gonna say this right now. To me, that is a bigger game for the Dolphins because you're gonna find out where your head coach is against Vrabel, who to me is the best coach in that division, Bob Barmer. McDermott just doesn't do it for me. And I had Buffalo Dan here an hour ago. He agreed. McDermott is the reason why Josh Allen hasn't won the big games. Horrible coaching decisions. So let me get out of here. I appreciate you guys being here. Sean, Melina, people in the clouds. I'll be back tomorrow. Thursday I'm off, then I'll be back Friday. And we're going to talk about the Miami Hurricanes. Buffalo there in the building. Thank you, everybody. People in the clouds. Friday, we'll do the Miami Hurricanes. And this game against Notre Dame, And without getting into it, Friday night is the biggest game for the Miami Hurricanes, and God knows when, because they lose that game. You know the Hurricanes is going to lose the second game. Once they lose the second game, they're out. There'll be no playoff for them. And what I love about the Notre Dame coach is he only cares about his defense. Doesn't care who his quarterback is. He only cares about his defense. And I like coaches like that. You know, that is going to be one hell of a game. That will be Sunday night, August 31st, down in Hard Rock. Well, look who came to say hello. What's up, champion?
Yeah, we good, bro.
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. How you been?
Yeah, I've been alright, man. What about you?
I'm hanging in there, man. You know me. I was, you know, my blood count is low. They think they figured it out. We'll find out. But other than that, I'm great, man. Ready for the
Yeah,
season? Since I got you up here,
yeah, I'm definitely ready, man. I'm tired of, I'm tired
since I
of
got
waiting, man. I'm ready for the season for sure.
yeah, I know you've been working hard too, man. Everything good for you?
Yeah, man. Everything all right.
How's I
Everything all
know
right.
your
Just
son
taking
got
it
to be
one
at
day at a
least.
time.
Let me ask you this: your son got to be 8 years old now. Am I right?
I don't know. Mhm.
I'll wait till Sean comes back. Sean's at work right now, earning his money. When he pops up, I'll ask him again about his kid. Gotta be 8 years old now. He's the cutest. He used to snore, and I used to say that is so cute. Remind me of my nephews when they used to sleep in my arms. You know.
Yeah, I can hear you now. What you saying, bro?
I said your son gotta be between 7 and 8 years old now. Am I right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah. 'Cause I remember when I first started this, I was just telling a cute story how I used to hold him, used to rock him to sleep, and he'd be snoring on the mic. Well, me and my nephews when they were your son's age, and I used to rock them to sleep too. In those days, we were playing. Had to be the Sega Genesis back then. How long it was ago? All right, let's get into it. Do you have confidence in the head coach? Wait till Sean comes back. I don't begrudge any man making dough. So he comes back, I ask him the question again. I don't really get into the Dolphins like that. Sean, you back?
Oh, I'm trying to reconnect.
Yeah, it's okay. You take your time. I don't really like focus on the Dolphins like I should because they haven't done what they're supposed to do, which is win playoff games. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if some of the moves they make, do I like? Yeah, I'm not going to argue that. I mean, I'd be a damn fool to argue that.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to put it on the field. And my question to you now that I got your focus, do you trust the head coach?
It's like I want to, because, the years that, you're good, the kind of season Tyreek had, just the team is winning, it's like,
Interesting.
it, if you can just, get back to that, that season, the first season you can, first season, if you can get back to that, man, I think you should be okay.
You know, I said this earlier today, and I said this the last time I was up here. I really believe that Tungalo Over is going to have a big year. I do.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, man. I just think, I also don't want to also blame him because there's times where Purdy was in the right position and they got the ball, literally. They either dropped it or fumbled it.
I agree with
Because
that.
you can say we were supposed to be Buffalo the last time we played them in Buffalo. And, the most of it don't fumble the ball. And for you, and then, hit the wide receiver. And they called the flag on that. But I feel like he was in a good position to win that game. And it's like you right there. Because it's, man, like, what do you go wrong with that situation? So I think in most of especially that some of the ball thing, we was moving the ball, we was running it, and then he fumbled. It was like, bro, and then that's when everything gets shifted. So,
I
mm-hmm.
feel you, man. Big money's with me. He's a huge, he's my insider, but he's a big, huge Dolphins fan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you like the secondary right now?
Yeah, secondary, it's a business. It's good to have Mediocre back on the team, but yeah, it means a lot. These guys can pull results and they can play like they lost to the team. I just want that defense to learn, man. I like the success of it.
I feel you, man. I mean, me,
Yeah, what you think?
honestly, again, I think the quarterback. What's up, North? I think. What's up?
Yeah, so
What's up, Mars? How you doing, man? I think the quarterbacks have a big year. I'm gonna tell you why. That idiot
mm-hmm.
head coach, his job is on the line, and they're letting him out to dry. They're letting him out to hang, bro. If he doesn't run the football at least 30, 35 times a game, then you're going to get what you've been getting the last 3 or 4 years with this idiot, and he's going to be gone. And he's not the dumbass owner is not going to hire Mike McCarthy. He's going to go with Anthony Weaver. So
Mm.
he
Yeah,
has to
yeah,
run the football now
yeah,
because his job is on the line.
yeah.
Also, and I
We
said this
have the
many,
running backs too.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I did, and people say, "Oh, he's old. You don't know what he's talking about." I know what the hell I'm talking about. If you run the football, Tua's gonna have open, speedy receivers to throw to in play
Yeah.
action. And I've been saying that for the longest. But you got a group of idiots who want their quarterback to throw 48 touchdowns a year, and that's why the quarterback gets killed every other year.
Mm. And also like the receiving group, man. I like you got Reed, Waddle, you got Akina. I like him. See, he's a baller for sure. I can't wait to see him in the red zone. How they use him. Um,
Yeah,
Malik Washington. And hopefully Todd Washington can help him make the team. He can have some injuries, so they're probably gonna try to reserve him and if they can help him. But he should be good though. So, yeah, one of the undrafted rookies that I like that we brought in was Armstrong, maybe Armstrong from Arkansas. Yeah, like he takes like his little thing. He's a tall receiver. I think like 6'4", 6'5", or something like that. And he's a good receiver, like 4 something, like 4. I think it's like 4'4" or 4'5", something like that. So yeah, I can feel it between. So when it's time, when it's time to cut down the offense, he makes the team. I think he's good. I like him.
LT man in the building. What's up, family? Yeah, I just look at them, man, and I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear
And, like I've been
you,
and like I said up here today, I think that Patriot game is going to tell you a lot about Mike McDaniel as a head coach. Week 2, the Dolphins home opener. I really do. Yeah, yeah, man. Talking to Big Money Sean. When I look at the Dolphins, that secondary scares me, man.
yeah, man. That's why everything depends on the front four, like Chubb, Phillips, Grant, really, man, if he can definitely contribute, and that is a really good help. Zach, like we still got guys like Jason Murphy that got hurt last year, and he was doing good as a rookie. And then Conklin got hurt. And he was balling. I heard he was balling his time. Then he got hurt. Yeah. I think it's somebody else too. Oh, the other rookie that we got, the other Glenn Phillips. I forgot about him. So, it's definitely interesting to see.
And I know you love their draft this year. Me and you disagreed. I gave him a B plus, and you gave him an A plus.
Now, I gave him, I think we did good. I don't, if I gave him an A plus, I probably take that back. I give him an A. So I think what they did was, it was good. I mean, I liked it. Me personally. So, yeah, so we'll definitely see what happens. We can like the people they think all we want, but that's the teams that they could perform when they would matter. So, that's it. So I'm going to look through and, if somebody else, um, that's all I know. I don't know if you can still miss that, but yeah, it's people think that, yeah, for that, right?
Interesting. Um, Let me ask you this. Shout out to LT man. Let me ask you this. Um, Simple question. Do you think they're good enough to beat Buffalo? Week 3 in Buffalo, Thursday night?
I feel like, like I was saying, I feel like we should have already beat them again. I think that was last year. And it's like, man, ain't that one thing went wrong, because I think we're going to give Buffalo a run, but, things happen. And I think they can, man. I think all of them just like come together. And, I'm not looking for
Let,
them now.
let me ask you this. Have anyone heard from Minka Fitzpatrick since he's been traded back?
You said who?
Minka.
I heard he was supposed to have a conference today, but I think we pushed it back to a later day, to a later date. That's what they're
If
saying.
the second he has that press conference, you text me, okay?
Yeah, I got you.
You let me know. I want to watch that.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think everybody is wanting to watch it.
I definitely want to watch that. One more thing before I let you do what you got to do, and I'm out of here. Expect something nice for your birthday, all right?
Oh man, I
I,
appreciate
I,
you, bro.
hey, even though you haven't been hitting me much in a while, I know you've been going through some stuff and you're busy, but you're still my
Yeah,
man, though. You hit me up with Dame the other night. I couldn't believe it. I fell out of my bed.
it's very exciting.
And believe it or not, I'm one of those fans, but don't want him back.
Uh, I think it's so important. I think it be a very upset with you.
Yeah,
uh,
I don't hate Dame. Don't get me wrong. I love Dame. My issue with Dame is the second he had that game against you guys, that's when they should have traded him.
yeah, I got make sure, yeah.
One of probably the greatest playoff performance I've ever seen in my life was that Game 5 in Denver back in 2021.
Man, that brother. Oh man, that was a great game. Man, I watched that game. Man, it pissed me off, man.
You know how hard it was for me to call that game with a straight face? Seriously, I wasn't going crazy. I just said,
Yeah.
Dame for three, go. That's all I kept saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then after the game, I said what I just said to you. I said that was the greatest performance I've ever seen. I
Man,
mean,
that was just crazy.
if
And
McCullum did
then,
not have his feet out of bounds, he had a wide
and
open
then,
three.
and also, like after that, I would say Murray versus Memphis in the bubble. You know, they had like high back to back, like
I know he had a 50
high,
point
high,
night.
yeah. I think Memphis scored 50 one game. I think Small scored 50 the next one. It was like a crazy back and forth. Man.
We can segue to that since I got you up here because I don't get you up here like I used to. And I-Test was asking about you today. Um,
That's what I just said.
I think you're gonna like what I'm about to say. I
Okay.
feel Denver is one of the four best teams in all of the NBA.
Mm.
Denver, Dallas, Oklahoma City, and Houston. I feel are clearly above everybody else in the league. I'm dead serious about that.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting NBA season next year. Um, yeah.
I've been telling you this for the last two years. Denver needs to spend some money on the bench. They finally did it. Now, them trading uh,
Oh,
MPJ,
oh,
I
yeah,
think. Yeah,
yeah.
go
Hold on, let me see. Yeah, well, let me give flowers to the new GM, man. They definitely put a lot of younger fans on. To I didn't know what they were gonna do. To be honest, I was like, I ain't never really heard of them. Okay, we'll see. And then once, I was hoping they'd do something. And then free agency started. And then the first thing I found out was that they put it, I think it was probably like an hour went by. And then I saw on my phone that He tweeted, NC Gate to Cam Johnson. I was like, what?
I love
Yo.
that trade for you guys. You got Cam Johnson on that?
Yeah, we got Cam, man. I was like,
That
wow.
that's gonna help you, bro. Because on
Yeah.
nights when Jamal Murray ain't feeling it, you can send him out, put Cam in his place. You're gonna get 27 points.
Like, and then we signed, Bruce back. We signed him. And then we traded for, Jonas Valanciunas. I was like, man, these boys making moves. Bro, it's like, the Denver, it's so crazy. The Denver Simmons like gave him a nickname. They call him, Ben Wallace. Because I think one of them name is Ben, the other one, last name is Wallace, so they call him Ben Wallace.
There you go.
That's, so
Yeah,
that's
I think.
how a lot of
Yeah,
Nuggets fans is happy right now, bro.
yeah, I think again.
Um,
I think. I don't want to hear about Timberwolves. What Ant was saying 2 weeks ago. I don't want to hear about that bullshit. Best teams in
oh
the
yeah.
league are Denver, OKC, Dallas, and
Yeah, and then they lost.
with Sean comes back. Talking a little Denver Nuggets for him, the biggest Denver Nuggets fan I know. Living in South Florida.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you clear now. You're right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know. Nikhil Alexander was his cousin. That's
Hey,
I didn't know that. I didn't know they was cousins. I was like, okay, that's what's up.
I gotta ask you this because
What's
people
up?
don't know this about you. So let me ask
Mhm.
you 2 years later, how great did it feel to beat the Heat like you guys living down there? How did it feel living in Broward County?
Man, it was great, man. I was happy to enjoy them while I was at work that night, but it was great, man. Just
When you wore your Nuggets jersey, did anybody say anything to you? Wait till he comes back. Stampeders against the Argos. I mean, not the Argos, the Owlettes Thursday night. I will not be on the air. I'll be watching that game.
yeah. I don't know if anybody said anything to me about it.
I remember when the Angels, 'cause in baseball, I'm a big Angels fan. When they beat the Yankees twice, I heard all the bullshit from people living in my community all over the place. I used to wear my jerseys all the time, and it felt good beating the team that the city I live in first twice. Felt good. Back to Nuggets with you. Then I asked you about Oregon recruiting because I listen to the Portland station every day. So all they talk about is Young, Hump, but now David took care of that. So I hear a lot of Oregon talk. Um, what's up with your quarterback? Wait till Sean comes back. Then I'm out of here. Wrap it up. Got a good hour and a half up here today. We'll do more NFL tomorrow. I'll be on a lot earlier tomorrow. Talking about football, give you the updated what's going on in the league, around the league, the training camps is open. For Thursday, I'm off. I'll be back Friday night. We'll talk about the Miami Hurricanes. How big is this game for their program? Because they lose to Notre Dame, their season's over before it starts. And I'll be on the air August 31st, that Sunday night to do that game after my fantasy football drafts. I'm starting my own week this year. I'm excited about it. Baby bro, you there? Yeah, you're working with somebody. Shout out to 305. Good to hear from
So, there's
you.
one since I feel like I can first time.
What's your first team before? Oh, yeah, it's kicking it to the NBA this week. Um,
You
real quick.
know, I'm gonna say you got any questions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
NBA be fascinating, folks, with the four best teams, or make it the five best teams. Four of them play in the Southwest, and
Mm,
one of them plays in the Rockies. I think the
mm.
Warriors tour they played out. Lakers are a joke. LeBron don't even want to be there no more. And Minnesota's Minnesota. Well, else do you want me to say?
Uh, oh, I was gonna say, how you feel about Baby Jokic?
Which guy?
How you feel about Baby Jokic?
Oh, Yan? Phenomenal.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
passing,
I think he's gonna be good. He's gonna be the next one, man.
yeah, no.
He-
His passing, his
he-
field, his court vision is unspeakable. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I'm impressed. I don't care about his points. What I love about him is he looks for his teammates, and that's what I care about. As long as he gets guys the open shot, I'm happy.
Yep.
And he did his own offense too. I like that about him. He's got both of them. Calling
I
number
think,
10.
I think, I think he's gonna develop real nice. In Portland,
Yeah, he's gonna
'cause
be
I,
he's gonna be the second center.
yeah, 'cause I got
Clinging.
Drew Holiday, I got Holiday, I got Dingy, I got
Stu Henderson from Kamara, all defense in NBA, all defense.
was you mad when I traded Anthony?
Who's sharp?
No, Simmons, when I traded Simmons?
Which guy?
Anthony Simmons, when I had him, like, was you mad when y'all traded him?
Oh, you mean when we got rid of Aiton?
No, Simmons. Anthony.
Oh, Simons. Oh, he had
Yeah,
to go.
Simmons.
He had to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad he's gone.
You ain't like him?
Not really.
Mm.
I'll tell you who I like on this team. I love my favorite player, and I'm glad I got his jersey. I love Lamar. That to me, it's been a long time since we had a probably never had a first team all defense in the NBA. We never had a player like this. You know,
Hold on, who you said was player?
who's my guy on that team?
Yeah.
Kamara, Kamara, all defense. Let me tell you something. It's hard to find a Tayshaun Prince type player in the draft, and they found it there. Really, they stole it from Phoenix as a front. I mean, I like the team we got right now. Right now, I'm looking at 48 wins and the play.
Mm.
That's what I'm looking at. You know, they're not going to beat the powerhouses. I know that. But they're going to compete because they play defense now. The days of them playing reckless is gone.
They can be in a play in.
That's why I got them going. Yeah, I got them into them. I like these kids a lot. And
Yeah.
ironically, we got Game back and we got uh, Holiday back. But I think we'll trade Holiday at the trade deadline. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Sean,
Nope.
Pull up tomorrow. I'm gonna be on during the day. I know you're off during the day. I'm gonna do a day show tomorrow. Do support tomorrow. Pull up tomorrow.
Oh, you about to end it?
Yeah, I'm out of here.
You about to end it?
Yeah. You what? You wanna stick
Okay.
around a little more?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'll stick around for you. That's the only reason I'm doing it. So let me ask you this: who you think wins the East right now in the NBA?
Hmm? Um, man, that's tough. Um, hmm, hmm, I like Nick to get back to where they were. I like the Knicks. Um, don't be surprised by Atlanta.
That's who I like in the East.
Don't be surprised by Atlanta, man.
That's the team I like
They
the
look
East.
good over there. The
I'm
West
gonna
is just a juggernaut. It's like you gonna have some trouble to like people gotta play over there. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I like those four teams as the best teams in the league.
Lakers, I don't know what they doing over
Lakers, man, that's garbage.
there. LeBron talking about he's thinking about leaving, might retire after this year. I hear they
Man.
still trying to make trades to get Dante DiVincenzo from Minnesota and what's the other guy name? I can't think of the other guy's name. It's him and somebody else that is kind of good.
Oh yeah,
Um, the Lakers, they trying to make trades to get them guys.
they picked a Marcus Smart yesterday. I was laughing. I said, you really think that's gonna help you against those four teams?
Yeah. Like us getting Valanciunas was big, man. Literally, it was big because you finally got a great backup for Jokic.
I agree with that.
Like
Plus,
he's gonna, can you imagine he's gonna be well rested? He's not gonna be tired. He's gonna actually get to sit out.
I agree with that. I agree.
Like that's just automatic helps you win potentially more games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
So
I think Denver is going to be very good.
it's definitely gonna be um exciting, trying to see how everything flows. But it was a worry that he wasn't gonna play in Denver this year, but Mr. Trey when the fifth dude, he Valanciunas came out and said he's fully committed playing with the Nuggets this year and trying to compete for something. So
I,
after
I'll give
that,
you guys. I'll give you guys 53 wins.
yeah, I think it's gonna be around that range or possibly might be a few games more. Depends on everything goes well. I think they can get more. But
Yeah,
we definitely gonna see what happens. So it's
yeah.
definitely be interesting.
I just think those four teams are just better than everybody else.
Yeah. I think Dallas gonna um I think Dallas gonna be okay. They got
Like
D'Lo as a backup point behind Kyrie, so I think they gonna be okay until Kyrie come back.
I like Dallas a lot.
Like the Pacers, I don't know, man. It's like they got worse. You let um
Luka,
Miles go, And you went, what Miles went to again? He went to Milwaukee, yeah. So you let Miles go, and then Halliburton ain't gonna play this season. It's like, bro, y'all ain't bad shape. Bro.
I like Atlanta a lot.
You like, who?
The Hawks.
Yeah, yeah. I think Atlanta. Um, I think Trey stays healthy. And the team can come together. I can't lie. Houston in the West, man. That's a three big teams. Houston, OKC, Denver. Those are the really three main juggernauts.
I like Houston a lot in the West.
Yeah,
I
they
like
got some
Denver.
guys over
Houston.
there. And they just signed Josh Okogie. Like they trying to gear up for the West, man. They not playing. So it's
Yeah.
definitely gonna be tough, bro. It's definitely gonna be tough. I think this year, if everybody's healthy, which I hope, because it'll be great, great for the NBA, great for basketball. I think it's gonna be a great season if everybody healthy, especially like in the playoffs when it comes playoff time. Mm, it's gonna be interesting, man.
Mooney's problem is this year is
Yeah,
if you get the only problem I have about this year is you know that the winner that comes out of the West is going to win the championship.
he said it's gonna be what?
Whoever comes out of the West is going to win the title.
Oh yeah, I think so. It's gonna be the same, bro. Like last year.
No, whoever wins the West is going to win the NBA title. And I think Oklahoma City signing those three kids, that's going to make them a contender for the next 6, 7 years.
Yeah, but it's time to 'cause remember they can't see everybody. They're gonna have a you just have somewhat jungle problem because many of them keep everybody.
I agree with that.
So they gonna have that. So I think it's today that they find the guys to find like Ricky. I think we already found for the Jordan. I think it's MPJ and Maul. The thing on the championship. Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think I would say I give it like another year or two, or probably three, and then eventually it'll be nice. The thing is, the guys like the Wallace and the other guys, they gonna lose to. But they can't gonna be able to say that. That's why they have to win. They really have to win another one. They got to do what Denver and able to do. They have to win another one. And they could at least work it, you know, some of the guys who do. Yeah, I think they'll be. So if they were to win two back to back, I think they'll feel more comfortable to let them guys go. But if they don't, I think they will be like, man, easily. You see more like I do, I think they'll find themselves in a situation.
yeah, I agree with
I think it's definitely going to be
you. You know,
interesting this year. I can't really wait for football. I can't wait for that's what the fuck I go for. Right now, football. Can't wait. These boys on Sunday, Monday, Thursday.
Yeah,
College is gonna be starting back next month.
yeah, man. You're right about that. You know?
Don't college will be starting back up too next month.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a good year. I mean, I think it's gonna be fun. I'll send you some bets tomorrow, right?
For sure.
Yeah, because you haven't hit me up for anything in a while. You
Yeah,
know?
I know you've been busy and you've been going through it. You know what I'm saying? They won't bother you too much.
Nah, man. You're my guy, bro. And you always be my boy too. You know? And I always appreciate you, and I appreciate 305 and I-Test and Melina and Moss and Relentless, Bardolph. I really appreciate you guys. You know, I am just so winded, but I enjoy doing this. You guys know that, and we'll check it out, bro. That's why I appreciate you guys more than you think. And you tell Mom Dukes I said hello, right? When Deshaun comes back and end this cast tonight. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon around 3 o'clock ish. And then I'm off Thursday, then I'm back Friday. All NFL, plus we're going to talk about the college football opening week of games. Alabama at
Yeah,
Florida State is
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. College start next month, right?
Yeah. Hey, tell me about your quarterback in Oregon before I go. Because they be talking about him every day on the Portland station.
I can't say who is the quarterback now.
Supposed to be damn good.
Dante. I think it's Dante Moore.
Yeah, yeah. He's supposed to be damn good the way they talk about him
Yeah,
out there.
yeah. I heard he's supposed to be good. Um, yeah, can wait to see the kid play. See what he does.
You think you're
Um,
going to repeat in the Big Ten?
I still hope so, but Jeremiah Smith and he'll dog, Ohio State. Yeah.
What do you think about Texas going to the horseshoe opening day? Texas at Ohio State.
You said Texas?
Yeah, there's some big games opening day, man. Including, like I said, the game that intrigues me is Alabama uh, going to. I mean, yeah, Alabama going to Tallahassee.
Mm, no, right.
It would be a lot. It would be more fascinating if Saban was still
Yeah. Yes,
there. Yeah, man. Let me get out of here, man. I love you, man.
yes.
And pull up
Y'all
tomorrow
work on it
afternoon.
together.
Yeah, man. Pull up tomorrow afternoon before you go to work.
Oh, I got you.
All right, man. I love you, man. Good night. Good night, fam.
No, you too, brother. Have a good one.
You too, man. You're the best. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon, folks. 3 o'clock, more football talk. Good night from the Oasis.
Mm, mm.
And good night to people in the clouds. See you tomorrow afternoon, everybody. More pro football talk. And then Friday night, we'll talk about the Miami Hurricane Notre Dame game. Night from the Oasis.